It's Ruck. Alright, so this video, I'm going to talk to you about why I became a Christian rapper. Alright, so I'll just tell the story. Basically, God, He was laying on my heart for probably a few years, telling me like I need to be, actually become one. But I just didn't want to do it. Like, I'm like, man, Christian rap, that's just corny. Like, so I just didn't want to do it. 'Cause I was being disobedient. But I was making secular music, and it wasn't like really that bad, like a lot of people would say. Like I didn't really cuss in it, stuff like that. But I wasn't really glorifying God with the music neither. Um, but just as I like continued in my walk, continued growing, like I decided, I'm like, you know what, God, like I realized that God blessed me with the gift to make the music that I do. So I'm like, since God gave me this gift, I want to at least make a song to glorify Him. So I was working on this song, and it was basically like it would be like my Lord Give Me a Sign by DMX or my Jesus Walks by Kanye. It was just gonna be like that. I was still gonna make the secular music. So I mean, like this is kind of wild. So I had a video, like it was like another song I had did, and so I was trying to upload it on YouTube. And I had a video in the past before, like it was like a few years ago. I had a video like they got on World Star. So I had to, like, I know like when the song was about to, but at that time I didn't really know how to take advantage of that. Like that could have been like my big break, but I didn't really understand back then like this, like the knowledge that I have now. But so I uploaded this video, and this is like, I think it was January 2013, and it was about to be the exact same thing. Like I could already tell, like just off the bat, the numbers were just going up. I was just watching the views go up and up, but YouTube took the video down, and the reason why was because I had some footage from the NFL in the video. So I just kept trying to re-upload. I'm like, man, this is the joint. This is it. Kept trying to re-upload it, but it just wouldn't go up. So so that same beat, man, I stayed a little early in the video. I was like, I was gonna make that song. So that same beat that I used for the other song, I took that beat and made the song that people now know is God's Will. But I didn't put it out. Like, I didn't like really let too many people hear it like that, except for like my few friends that I'll send my stuff to kind of get their opinion before I put it out to the world. And so I just had it tucked away. Right, so that's in January. Then in May, R.I.P. God bless the dead. Like my beautiful grandmother, she had passed away. That's It was either I believe it was in May, but her funeral was in May, and so we had to repass, and so my like I have like two younger people in my family that looks up to me. I have a younger cousin that look up to me as far as music, and maybe in life in general, but definitely music. And I have like my nephew. He also looks up to me, and so at the repass, they had a like a karaoke type machine that you could play music from, and the mic worked. So my nephew, he get the mic, and they playing like beats and stuff. He just rapping. He just looking at me the whole time, like, hey, like trying to get my approval. And I'm just like, yeah, you doing your thing, man. Like, I mean, it's just cool that somebody, looks up to you, like you mean that much to them. And the same thing with my cousin. He just, he gets the mic, he starts rapping. He's just looking at me the whole time as they rap. Like they both did the same thing. So for them, I'm like, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna just, like do one of my songs. And so I hook my phone up, and I'm trying to play one of the joints that I did. I'm trying to play it on the machine. And for whatever reason, it just didn't work. Like, this is how this thing is so, like, God ordained. But it just didn't work. Like, I tried to play a different song so I can do it. It just wouldn't play right. So I was like, you know what? I got this other song on my phone, and it was God's will. Like I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do God's will. So I go ahead. I start, I'm like, all right, and as I'm doing it, I really was just, just thinking about my cousin and my nephew. Like some of my other family was there. Like I'm close to them, and I'm just like, I'm just doing this for y'all. Do. But everybody that was at the repast, they just stopped what they was doing. I had everybody's attention in the whole place, and everybody was just listening to me. So when I realized everybody was listening, I'm up here like, but nobody's like clapping or cheering. It's just like dead silence. But I got everybody's attention. Even a couple of times, like I try to point the mic to them, see if they'll like sing along with the words. Cause like it's like a catchy thing where you can catch it real fast. So I'm like, it's God's will, and nobody's saying nothing. Like everybody just looking at me. So I'm just like, oh okay. But so when I'm done the song, I mean it was just amazing. Like everybody just start clapping, and then, like it was just crazy in there. And I'm just like, dang, like and that was when I realized, I'm like, man, this song means something to people. Like the reason, like now I realize, like it wasn't that they didn't like it. It's just that I had their attention. I captured their attention with that song. That song meant something. And like I said earlier in the video, like when I said that I realized it was a gift from God. Like if you listen, that's basically what I rap about on that song. Like the first verse, I'm like, I was blessed with a gift from God. He didn't need to wrap it on a Christmas card. Now my music is spreading the gospel with the same spirit that led the apostles. But yeah, like I said, like it's a gift from God. That's what made me make the song. So that's what the song is basically about. But yeah, like and I did it, and it just touched people's lives. And then so I went to my pastor and I told him about it. I'm like, yeah, I got this song. And that's when like that was just it. Like, that's when I made the decision. Like the other song didn't work. Go back to the other YouTube video didn't work. I'm like, all right, it's a reason why that stuff happened, and it was God. So I'm like, I said, I'm not making secular music no more. I'm doing music for the kingdom, and that's it now. That was just it. So I go to my pastor, and he's just like, because when I first came to that church, like I've grown a lot, but I was like real quiet when I first got there. And sometimes I even still be quiet, like open up more to people that I'm closer with. So he just like, what? You rap? 'Cause I didn't really tell him about it because I wasn't really proud of the music that I was doing before, so I didn't really tell him. So at first he didn't believe me. I'm just like, look, just take the CD and listen to it. And I just had the one song, God's Will. And then later he listened to the song, was like, man, can you do this at the church anniversary? Like, you gotta like let the people hear the song. I did the song. Matter of fact, the first time I performed it at my church is on my YouTube, so you can see it. But it was just amazing. Like, I mean, like God, He'll use the foolish thing to confound the wise, as the scripture said. 'Cause that's basically what happened. Like people, they look at me as just some quiet dude, and then I can get on, get in front of people and just perform with no fear. 'Cause I have no fear with that. Like I'm just so confident in God's, like in living in, God's will, no pun intended, like how much it is going to change your life. So I have no shame, no nothing. Like I can get in front of people and just do that. Like you look on there and see the very first time that I performed it, and it just meant so much to the people. And after that, I started working on the album. I put out the album. Man, anytime I go out to different churches and do these songs, like I see how much they touch people. Like even, churches that wouldn't really accept rap, it is touching their lives, man. And that's important. And like the people that heard you, see the people that they're not even churchgoers and not really even Christians. It just like touching their lives, and like I mean, people be like, man, listen to this jank, like I gotta do better. But yeah, like man, I like the places I go, like people love it. Like they'll hear it and just catch on to the words, be singing the words, and it don't matter. Like people from, like I got people from like over 60 years old tell me they like it, and people that's like they kids, they coming up to me like, man, my kid is. They love your music, man. They know all the words to your song. Like, every time we get in the car, They want me to put your song on, or they gotta watch your video every day. That's just stuff like that's when I was like, all right, because like nope, like my old music, nobody ever that stuff didn't mean nothing to nobody. So now it's really doing that. And one other thing, on why I did this music because like the music I hear on the radio, like it's just some of it's just trash. Like I mean, some of the artists they're talented and stuff like that, but the message that they put in it's just garbage. Like back in the day, people they can make, even if it wasn't, music about God, it could at least be something tasteful. Something about a woman you love, or they talking about issues in the world. Like now, with just sex and drugs and stuff like that. Man, I can't lie. Like I never listened to any of that stuff, but as like my relationship grow with God, I just don't want to hear that all the time. Man, I want something different. That's what I want to do for the people. Give them an alternative. And especially like now I'm a father. And I got a daughter. Like, come on, man. Like, people gotta do better with the stuff they putting out, man. Like, we gotta do better. So I've made an alternative for myself and for other people, so they can have an alternative. And so that's why I am today the Christian rapper that I am. I hope you enjoyed the story. Um, and it's God's will. I got a reason to celebrate. It's Ruck.